Good morning students. In this class I am going to explain about history second lesson, medieval India and political transition. Already I told in bridge class, for the study purposes history can be divided into three periods. One is ancient period, second one is medieval period and modern period. This period can be divided on the basis of important events. So in 8th standard we have studied about ancient period. From 9th standard or in 9th standard we are studying medieval period. So the period between the second half of the 12th century and first half of the 13th century, it is known as the transitional period. So which period we consider as the transitional period in India? The transitional, it is recognized as the transitional, it is recognized as transitional period in India. So which period we are considered transitional period in India? Second half of the 12th century, second half of the 12th century, and first half of the 13th century. It is known as the transitional period in India. Got it? The period between second half of the 12th century and first half of the 13th century is known as transitional period in India. So what is the meaning of transitional period? The period indicates preponderances of the society to enter from one era to another era. It is known as the transitional period. So the transitional period indicates the preponderances of the society to enter from one era to another era. It is known as the transitional period. Then some of the important development indicates the beginning of the medieval period. So in India, or the transitional period in India, the Indian society entered medieval period from the ancient period. So in India, the transitional period entered into medieval period from ancient period. So got it? The transition in the period between the second half of the 12th century and first half of the 13th century, it is known as the transitional period. The transitional period indicates the preponderance of the society to enter from one era to another era. So another era in this transitional period in the Indian society entered the medieval period from ancient period. Some of the important development indicates the beginning of the medieval period. So which are the development indicates the beginning of the medieval period in India? So indicates our development. So which are the development indicates the beginning of the medieval period in India? The first one is the Turks broke the political system. Turks broke the political system of small kingdoms. Political system of small kingdom. Second ones, they also established an empire, a strong centralized power structure. The strong centralized power structure power structure and monarchism and monarchism was expounded in the field of religion due to the Islam. These developments indicates the beginning of the medieval period in India. Then in India, before the study of empire established by Turks, it is necessary to understand the multi-political system of pre-Turks period. Got it? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಟರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they were established the strong empire and huge empire. Before that, we want to understand the multi-state political system of pre-Turks period. So, what is the meaning of the multi-state period? Multi-states. What is the meaning of the multi-state? Multi-state means the rule of small kings. The rule of small kings. The rule of small kings is known as the multi-state period. So, political system. The study of multi-political system was started with the study of Rajput dynasties. So, in India, who started the multi-state political system? Especially Rajputs. Rajputs were established the multi-state political system. So, the Rajputs were ruled from India, western to northern part of India. They ruled over India from 9th century to 13th century. They ruled from India 9th century to 13th century. So 13th century. Got it? So now I am going to explain which are the important Rajput dynasties, who are the important rulers of that dynasty, and what were their achievements. Before that, once I repeat, the period between the second half of the 12th century and first half of the 13th century, it is known as the transitional period. The transitional period indicates the preponderance of the society to enter from one era to another era. It is known as the transitional period. In India, the Indian society entered the transitional period, the medieval period from the ancient period. So, some of the development indicates the beginning of the medieval period. So, which are the development indicates the beginning of the medieval period? The first one is Turks broke the political system of small kingdoms. They established the centralized power structure of political system. Then the monarchism was expounded in the religion due to the Islam. Before we studied about the establishment of the Turk rule, we studied we want to understand the multi-state political system. It is pre-Turks period. So, what is the meaning of the multi-state political system? The rule of small kings. It is known as the multi-state political system. In India, it was started by the Rajputs. They ruled over India from western to northern part of India. They started their rule from 9th century to 13th century. So now I am going to explain which are the important Rajput dynasties and which are the important rulers of Rajput dynasties and what were their achievements. So what were their achievements? Then what were their achievements? So first, after the rule of Vardhanas of Taneshwara, most of the western and northern part of India was ruled by Rajputs. The important dynasties of Rajputs are Gurjara Pratiharas, Chandekars of Bundelkhand, Garhwalas, Solankis, Paramaras and many other Rajput dynasties. Then by the end of the 12th century, the Rajputs like Prithviraj Chauhan, Jayachandra Garwal, Paramara Diva, Chandelas were the powerful kings of the North India. So which are the important dynasties ruled over Rajputs? One is Gurjara Pratyaharas, Chandelas of Bundelkhand, Gharwalas, Solankis, Paramaras and many other Rajputs. The important rulers of this dynasties are Prithviraj Chauhan, Jayachandra Garwal, Paramara Diva, Chandelas were the important rulers of North India. So now I am going to explain about one by one. The first important dynasty is Gurjara Pratiharas. Gurjara Pratiharas. So now one by one I explain. So who was the founder of the Gurjara Pratihara dynasty? Nagabhatta. Who was the founder of the Gurjara Pratihara dynasty? Nagabhatta was the founder of this dynasty. Who was the founder of Gurjara Pratihara dynasty? Nagabhatta was the founder of Gurjara Pratihara dynasty. Then they ruled over Sindh region. So they ruled over Sindh region. ಈ ಜಾಗವನ್ನು ಅವರು ರೂಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. So the Gurjara Pratiharas ruled over which region? They ruled over Sindh region. Got it? Then it is the capital city of Gurjara Pratiharas, Kanauj. Where is Kanauj? It is here. Kanauj. It is the capital city of Gurjara Pratiharas. Which is the capital city of Gurjara Pratiharas? Kanauj. Kanauj is the capital city of Gurjara Pratiharas. It is Kanauj. Got it? Next, they fought back the frequent Arabs attack. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಇವರು ಅರಬರ ಜೊತೆ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ರೂಲ್ಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಸಿಂಧ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಅರಬ್ಸ್ frequently attack on Gurjara Pratiharas. Then who are the important rulers of this dynasty? Important rulers. Who are the important rulers of this dynasty? They are Mihira Bhoja and Mahendrapala were the powerful rulers of this dynasty. Who are the powerful ruler of this dynasty? Mihira Bhoja and Mahendrapala were the powerful ruler of this dynasty. Got it? Then what are the main achievements of these two rulers? Mainly they defeated the Palas of Bengal and extended their kingdom till Bengal. So ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಧ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ರೀಜನ್ ವರೆಗೂ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So they were extended from their region till Bengal. They defeated the Palas of Bengal. ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನು ರೂಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. So the important rulers of Gurjara Pratiharas are Mihira Bhoja and Mahendrapala. What was their achievement? They were extended their territory till Bengal. Achievements. What are their achievements? They were extended their territories till Bengal. Extended their territories till Bengal. Then the important Arab traveler Sulaiman visited his court. So which Arab traveler visited the court of Gurjara Pratiharas? Sulaiman visited the Gurjara Pratiharas court. Which Arab traveler visited the Gurjara Pratiharas court? The important Arab traveler Sulaiman visited the court of Gurjara Pratiharas. Gotaita. Next, it means he visited the court of Mihira Bhoja. Then he appreciated the kingdom as it had a peace. ಅವನು ಅವನ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಡೀ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಶಾಂತಿಯುತವಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರತಿಹಾರಸ್ ರೂಲ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೈನ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಹಿಮಾಪಾಲ. ಸೊ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಗುರ್ಜರ ಪ್ರತಿಹಾರ ಡೈನಾಸ್ಟಿ? ದ ಡೈನಾಸ್ಟಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಲರ್. The dynasty was extended, declined by the ruler of Mahimapala. So who was succeeded by Mahendrapala? Mahendrapala ನಂತರ Mahimapala came to power. So during this period, the Gurjara Pratihara dynasty came to an end. Got it? So there are 6 important dynasties ruled over Rajput dynasty: Gurjara Pratihara, Solankis, Chauhans, Chandelas, Garhwalas. The first ruler of this dynasty is Gurjara Pratiharas. Who was the founder of Gurjara Pratihara dynasty? Nagabhata was the founder of Gurjara Pratihara dynasty. They ruled over Sindh. Region. Their capital city is Kanauj. So which is the capital city of Gurjara Pratiharas? Kanauj was the capital city. The important rulers of this dynasty are Mihira Bhoja and Mahendrapala. What were their achievement? They were extended their territories till Bengal. Elivarigu extend madidru, Elivarige. Sindh region to they were extended their territories till Bengal. Then the Arab traveler Sulaiman visited the court of Mihira Bhoja. He explained in his work the dynasty. He appreciated the kingdom as it had a peace. Then Gurjara Pratiharas ruled ended by Mahimapala. So he was the last ruler of the Gurjara Pratiharas. He was succeeded by the Mahendrapala. Next important dynasty is second important dynasty is Garhwalas. Second important dynasty is Garhwalas. Garhwalas is the second important dynasty of Rajputs. So who was the founder of Garhwala dynasty? Who was the founder of Garhwala dynasty? Chandradeva was the founder of this dynasty. Then Varanasi was their capital city. Varanasi was their capital city. It is in present Uttar Pradesh. Varanasi ಈಗಿನ ಯಾವ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is in Uttar Pradesh. So it is the capital city of Garhwalas, Varanasi. Varanasi was the capital city. Then important ruler or powerful ruler. Who is the important ruler or powerful ruler? Govindachandra was the important or powerful ruler of Garhwala dynasty. He extended his territory till Malwa and Magadha by defeating the Palas. Next ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಾರಣಾಸಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೆರಿಟರಿ ಟಿಲ್ ಮಾಳ್ವಾ ಇದು ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ದೇವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಗಧ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಹಾರ್. ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಹಾರ್ ಮಗಧ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವನ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನ ವಿಸ್ತರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಸೊ ದೇ ವರ್ ಡಿಫಿಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಪಾಲಾಸ್. So what was the main achievement of Govindachandra? He extended his rule from Malwa and Magadha. Magadha defeated by Palas. ಪಾಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೋಲಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಳ್ವಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಗಧ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಗೆದ್ದುಕೊಂಡು ತನ್ನ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ವಿಸ್ತರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. Then he also defeated the kings of Kalinga and Odisha. He also defeated the Kalinga, the ruler of Odisha. So these are the main achievements of the Govindachandra. The first one, the Garhwalas, the founder of Garhwala dynasty is Chandradeva. The capital city is Varanasi. The important ruler of this dynasty is Govinda Chandra. What are the main achievement of Govinda Chandra? He defeated the Palas and he extended his territory Malwa and Magadha region. And he also defeated the ruler of Odisha and conquered the Kalinga. Then the ruler of Kashmir, Gujarat, Chola and had a cordial relationship with the Govinda Chandra. Idapmele he defeated the Kalinga and he captured Kalinga, Kalinga region, and he had a cordial relationship with the Kashmir, Gujarat and Cholas. Again, the ruler of Kashmir, he had a cordial relationship with Kashmir, Gujarat and ruler of Cholas. Idu Gujarat, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರ್ ಇವ್ರ ಜೊತೆನೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವನೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಶಿಪ್ಪನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ ಯಾರು ಗೋವಿಂದ ಚಂದ್ರ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಗರ್ವಾಲಾಸ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರೂಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈನಾಸ್ಟಿ is Garhwalas. The founder of Garhwala dynasty is Chandradeva. The capital city is Varanasi. The important ruler is Govinda Chandra. What were the main achievement of Govinda Chandra? He defeated the Palas and conquered the Malwa and Magadha. He extended his territory. And then he defeated the ruler of Odisha and captured the Kalinga. He had a cordial relationship with the Kashmir, Gujarat and the Chola rulers. So next I am going to explain about the third important ruler of this dynasty. The third important ruler of this dynasty is Paramaras. So who is the founder of this Paramaras? Upendra Krishna Raja. Who is the founder of Paramara dynasty? Upendra Krishna Raja. Upendra Krishna Raja is the founder of this dynasty. Which is the capital city of Paramaras? Daranagar. So capital city it is Daranagar. It is the capital city of Paramaras. So the important ruler of this dynasty is Bhoja. He was the most powerful and important ruler of Paramara dynasties. So what are his achievement? So what are the achievement of Bhoja? He extended the Paramara state. He extended the Paramara state. Then he defeated Kalyani Chalukyas. Ruled over Karnataka. ಆ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಚಾಲುಕ್ಯರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂತ ರೂಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ he defeated the Kalyani Chalukyas, Gangas and Kalinga. So Gangas they ruled over southern part of Karnataka. So ಇದನ್ನು ಗೆದ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಚಾಲುಕ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೋಲಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. Then ಏನು ಅಂತಂದಾಗ they defeated the Kalinga and northern Konkan. ಕಳಿಂಗ ಗೆದ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾರ್ದನ್ ಕೊಂಕಣ್ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಗೋವಾ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಗೆದ್ಕೊಂಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ he was a poet. Then after him the Paramara dynasty was declined. How the Paramara dynasty was declined? So the successor of Bhoja, they were becoming weak. So the Paramara dynasty was came to an end. So Paramaras, the third important dynasty of Rajputs. The founder of this dynasty is Upendra Krishna Raja. The capital city is Daranagar. The important ruler of this dynasty is Bhoja. What are the achievements of Bhoja? He extended the Paramara state and he defeated the Kalyani Chalukyas, Gangas, Kalinga rulers, and he also conquered the northern Konkan part. Then he himself was a poet. After the Bhoja, the Paramara dynasty was came to an end. So in next class, I explained other important dynasties and their achievements. Once I repeat, the period between the second half of the 12th century and the first half of the 13th century, it is known as the transitional period. So the transitional period, it indicates the preponderance of the society to enter from one era to another era. In India, the transitional period entered in the society the medieval period from ancient period, which some of the development took place beginning of the medieval period. Which of the development? The first one, the Turks broke the political system of small kingdoms. They were established the centralized strong structure of political system. Then monarchism was expounded in the field of religion due to Islam. So all this development indicate the beginning of the medieval period. The Turks were ended the multi-states political system. So before the study of empire established by the Turks, it is necessary to understand the multi-states political system of pre-Turks period. So what is the meaning of a multi-state political system? The rule of small kings, it is known as the multi-state political system. In India, it was started by the Rajputs. The Rajputs ruled over India from western part to northern India from 9th to 13th century. The Rajputs were, after the fall of the Vardhanas of Taneshwara, the northern and western part ruled over by Gurjara Pratiharas, Garhwalas, Solankis, Paramaras, Chandelas and Pratiharas of the Rajput dynasty. The important ruler of Rajput dynasties are Prithviraj Chauhan, Jayachandra Garhwal, Paramara Deva Chandelas were the important rulers. First one, the Gurjara Pratiharas. Nagavatna was the founder of Gurjara Pratihara dynasties. They ruled over Sindh region. Kannauj was their capital city. The important ruler of this dynasty are Mihira Bhoja and Mahendra Pala. What were their achievements? They extended their territories till Bengal. The important Arab traveler Sulaiman visited the court of Mihira Bhoja. He appreciated the state had a peace. Then the last ruler is Mahima Pala. He was succeeded by Mahendra Pala. The second important dynasty is Garhwalas. The founder of this dynasty is Chandradeva. Varanasi was their capital city. The important ruler of this dynasty is Govinda Chandra. The achievements, he conquered the Malwa and Magadha, defeated by the Palas. Then he captured the Kalinga of Odisha state. He had a cordial relationship with Kashmir, Gujarat and Cholas. Next, the other important dynasty is Paramaras. Upendra Krishna Raja was the founder of Paramaras. Daranagar is the capital city of Paramaras. The important ruler of Paramara is Bhoja. What was his achievement? He extended the Paramara state and he defeated the Kalyani Chalukyas, Gangas and he also defeated the Kalinga rulers, and also he conquered the northern part of Konkan region. He was himself a poet. After the Bhoja, the Karamara dynasty was declined. So, see you in next class. Thank you.